Hi everyone, this is Mike Celestino from Inside the Magic, and I received this package from D23, the official Disney fan club, about a week ago, and I haven't even had a moment to take a look at what's inside, so I wanted to spend a little time today finally opening this up. I know from an email I received that this is the Gold Member Gift, and it focuses on quote-unquote Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse. So let's take a look at what's inside here. I'm sure it'll be very cool. We've got kind of a faux book with Mickey on the cover there, and there is a plush Mickey. Nice quality plush Mickey that you would buy in the park or at the Disney store. But I think the main attraction here is going to be this box, which is designed to look like a hardbound volume. On the side here it says Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse, as I was told was the theme. Not much on the back. It does say Walt Disney Archives. Let's open this up. Okay. So on the inside cover here it says Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse. Walt Disney described Mickey Mouse as simply a little personality assigned to the purposes of laughter. And then it goes through and lists all the contents of this box. Here's a little rolled up poster here. I'm going to open this up. And this is a replica of a poster from the very early 80s. Kind of announcing the construction of Epcot Center and Tokyo Disneyland. And it says "We can do it" on the top. And that's been kind of crossed out, and it says "We are doing it." And you've got these construction worker mice building a giant metal Mickey Mouse statue. So that's a pretty cool replica poster from that era for fans of the parks. Okay, then this is original script pages from Steamboat Willie, the first Mickey Mouse cartoon. And you've got, well, obviously it's not the original, but it's a replica of the original with some storyboards here along the side. And then it continues on the back there. You see Mickey and Minnie in their first appearances here. Replica from 1928. Okay, this is a replica of a note that Walt Disney sent to Hollywood magnate Carl Laemmle. And it's got both Mickey Mouse and Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Probably the first time that they met each other in that era, because Universal still owned the rights to Oswald, and Disney wouldn't buy that back until very recently. It says, "In memory of the days when I produced Oswald for Universal, best wishes always. Sincerely, Walt Disney, October 1st, 1935. Okay, this is an animation drawing, not quite a cell, but just a drawing from one frame of the cartoon The Nifty 90s, starring Mickey Mouse. This is when he spots Minnie in the cartoon, and this is drawn by animator Fred Moore, according to the notes here. Alright, this one is the 1947 Walt Disney and staff Christmas card with Mickey as Santa Claus on the front here. He's got the mask that he's taken off. It says greetings, and then on the inside is a 1948 calendar with a giant illustration of all the characters by that time, or representations of many of the familiar Disney movies and cartoons at that time. So that's pretty cool. This is probably my favorite item so far. There's Jiminy Cricket on the back. Copyright 1947, Walt Disney Productions. Really like the artwork inside here, and the 1948 calendar along the sides. That's pretty nifty. Okay, this one is supposed to be a replica of the prop book that Walt Disney would use in the weekly Disneyland television broadcast. It says Mickey Mouse, his book on the cover here. And then inside is a portrait of Mickey Mouse from the show. And that's by Disney legend John Hench. On the back, it's got more of these kind of fake printed bindings here. And obviously it says it's a reproduction here on the bottom. Pretty cool. Okay, this is a model sheet from the 1950s when Mickey was doing some television commercials and they wanted to come up with some different kind of modernized designs for Mickey. I don't remember ever seeing these actually in use, but kind of cool to see what they considered for some very different looking Mickey Mouse designs. It says rough Mickey model suggestions for TV on the top here. This one is the Walt Disney Productions logo from the 1940s that was used around the Walt Disney Studios lot in Burbank, and it's actually a sticker. You can kind of peel off the back here and stick it on something, which I probably will do because it's pretty cool. I like having that. This one is art that was created for World War II. It says in 1942 this was drawn. It says aircraft worker building planes for victory, and this was intended to inspire anyone serving in the American military during World War II, using one of the most famous faces at the time, Mickey Mouse. This one is a fan postcard that was sent to readers of the Mickey Mouse newspaper comic strip. And according to the notes here, there was a strip where Mickey was posing for a formal photograph, and readers could write in, and they would be mailed the final version of the picture that was taken in the strip, which was kind of cool. Okay, this one is a replica film cell from a cartoon called Parade of the Award Nominees, which is the first time that Mickey ever appeared in color on screen. And it was created for the 1932 Academy Awards. So this one, unlike the previous drawing, this one is actually a film cell, and you can kind of separate the transparency here from the background. Really neat. On the back here it says, Mickey Mouse presents Parade of the Award Nominees. Photographed in Technicolor, new cartoon process. Recorded by RCA Photophone Disney Enterprises Incorporated. That's cool. That's another one of my favorite pieces in this box so far. This one's kind of interesting. It's a home pattern to create your own Mickey and Minnie dolls. Like, you can make them at home if you couldn't afford to buy them, or if they weren't available wherever you lived. This is printed in McCall magazine in the early 30s. And it actually has inside here, here's the way the pattern looks. But inside is a photo of Walt with the finished dolls that you could make. That's really neat. That's a relic from a bygone era, obviously. It says down here, Walt Disney enjoys the company of the popular Charlotte Clark Mickey Mouse dolls outside his studio on Hyperion Avenue in 1930. That's before they would have moved to the Burbank lot. That's pretty cool. Okay, so according to the notes, this was a crest that appeared on a door at the Disney Hyperion Studios. So this artwork was created for the original animation studio. It has Mickey and Minnie, and it says in Pig Latin here, Icky me, aus me. So this is a neat replica of some of the art that you might have seen if you had visited that studio, which doesn't exist anymore. This one is the record cover. It's actually a sleeve with no record inside, no vinyl album, but it's a replica of the sleeve for The Sorcerer's Apprentice. You know the song, doom doom doo 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 doo, from Fantasia. Music from the original motion picture soundtrack, and then you've got an ad on the back for other Disney EP records that would have been available at the time, Peter and the Wolf, and others that you recognize, I'm sure. That's cool. Kind of wish it came with the EP record. I would put it on my record player and play it for you, but it's just the sleeve. Still pretty neat to have that reproduction. This one here is a fan postcard from the Mickey Mouse Club, featuring photos of all the famous Mouseketeers from that era. Postcard. 1957. The most famous being Annette Funicello, probably, because that's one of the few names that I recognize readily on here. I think Cubby O'Brien jumps out at me as well. This is an attraction poster from 1971 for Mickey Mouse Musical Review at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, which would have been the year that the park and the resort opened down in Orlando, Florida. Nothing on the back, but this attraction with a animatronic Mickey Mouse would have been one of the opening day attractions at Magic Kingdom. This one is a replica of the cover of the Walt Disney Company Backstage magazine, and it's a parody of a famous Norman Rockwell painting, but this time instead of Norman Rockwell, you've got Walt Disney looking in a mirror and painting a self-portrait, but instead of Walt's face here, you've got Mickey. So kind of a clever take on that very famous painting, but they've also included part of the inside of the magazine here, and this one looks like, I've actually read this just now, and it's a letter from Mickey Mouse to Walt Disney on Mickey's 50th anniversary. So this would have been in 1978, 50 years after Steamboat Willie. There on the back, it's an ad for Mickey Mouse watches, kind of a famous style watch with the Mickey gloved hands going around the face of the watch. So this is neat. They've also included a actual physical button. It's not just a paper reproduction. This is from 1978 as well, and this would have been the 50th birthday of Mickey. Kind of cool to be able to add a replica of an old style button to the collection. This one is a music sheet from Mickey's Christmas Carol, which came out in 1982. And it's for the lead vocals of the song "Oh, What a Merry Christmas Day." Words and music by Frederick Searles. not sure how to pronounce that, and Erwin Kostal. Written for Mickey's Christmas Carol. This is neat. This is a still from the movie Tron, the original Tron. Anyone spot it? There's a giant hidden Mickey in that movie, created with CGI animation, some of the earliest computer animation. I like that quite a bit. So it says this is a souvenir gift bag from the opening of Tokyo Disneyland, 1983. And it shows off some of the different attractions that would have been available around the park at that time. And it's an actual bag, it's not just a one-dimensional replica. You could put something in here if you wanted. Here's a napkin, replica napkin from the launch of the Disney Channel in the early 80s, with this kind of stylized Mickey on the front, and on the back you've got the Disney Channel logo, and it says reproduction. I like that a lot. I guess that's so you can't just sell it on eBay, right? And say it's actually from the launch event back then. That's cool. And then this would be the most recent of the replicas included in this box. This is from Shanghai Disneyland, and it's kind of a stained glass artwork from Mickey Avenue in the park. And that's, you know, you could put this in a window or something and the light will shine through. You've got Mickey, Donald, and Goofy here on the bottom with imagery from the park there in the background. So here's a look at everything that was included in the box, and it's more than I can even spread out on this table, but some really, really nifty stuff in there. It's so cool to have a lot of this, and this was sent out to D23 Gold members, as I said. I can't even decide which is my favorite piece in here. Probably the button, because it's an actual physical object that's a replica of something that came before, that you wouldn't be able to get these days. But that's true of a lot of this stuff. So it definitely looks like it's worth being a member, a gold member of the D23 official Disney fan club. This is Mike Celestino from Inside the Magic. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.